Hello, spectators, and welcome to the show. It is your host, Mosaic Arts, here with the 100 sub special. So you might be asking, what am I going to be doing for the 100 sub special? Well, you're seeing it now from the title. I am going to be playing through Tragic Legacy, a Sonic Creepypasta, and in doing so, I'm kind of going to talk about why I developed the game the way I did, while also trying to throw in some funny commentary at the same time. You know, despite what the game's about and stuff. We'll see if we can pull it off. But that being said, let's get into things. So when you open up the game, you see the title screen with 6 characters. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, and Dark Sonic.
Whoops, did I just say that out loud?
And then you see my logo right here. Starting off, actually, you have the title.
Yeah! This is happening!
I think what I was going with when making this title screen should be pretty clear. Kind of like what Sonic EXE, another popular Sonic Creepypasta, does a lot. What I was kind of trying to do was make a game that it seems normal when you boot it up, but you'll see. But yeah, to explain the Sonic Worlds thing, well, the reason I have those 6 characters there is because Dark Sonic definitely has a background role in the story of this game, while the other 5 are all always involved if you're on the main path. But now, we press the start button and Sonic be all like, I'm not gonna like this, or I'm not gonna like this. I had something in my throat. Sorry about that. He'd be all like, I'm not gonna like this because I'm sad about something. And then when you start, you're taken to this selection screen. And then you notice you can select 5 characters, and there's levels on the side, but not only is the background dark blue, but all the levels are like blurred out. And along with this, if you try selecting the characters, you can't. It just doesn't let you. It says, yeah, you know what it says.
No.
With this being the case, Sonic is the only option you have for who to play as. But then as you scroll through the level select, you find like, wait, where are all the levels? They're not here. Except for one. Right at the bottom. No other choice. You have to select this one. So, you start, and nothing happens for a while.
I don't think you have any idea.
But then Sonic comes in, and what you'll notice is, even though his avatar, as you can see, or, you know, text box picture, as you can see right here, looks completely fine, he doesn't look fine. Here we are, Splash Hill Zone. Been a while. Tails asked for him to meet him at his workshop here since he wanted to show me something, he said. Might as well. It's not like I have anything better to do right now. Time to go, I suppose. Shouldn't be much farther now. But yeah. Something seems off about him, but he's going to Splash Hill Zone. And then, the level starts. And in this case, the alternate song is playing. As you may also know, there's 2 different songs that can play, basically when you do this level. Early on this level 2, you'll see there's an alternate path you're able to take. So as you start exploring this level, you see like, it's a pretty traditional Sonic level. There's loops, there's speedy sections, there's enemies, there's rings, there's monitors, all the normal Sonic stuff that you would be used to seeing. And yeah, this is intentional because despite the unnerving part that you see in the opening, the experience is supposed to feel pretty normal in general. And so eventually, you just make it to the end of the level, like one normally would expect. Nothing seems really off. And so, like normal, Sonic just gets to the workshop. Okay, there he is right up ahead. He seems to be right out there. Let's go, I suppose. Hey, Sonic! I was wondering when you show up. I guess I'm usually supposed to be the fast one, huh? Not that I was in this case. Well, yeah. So I was going to talk a bit about the tornado. Okay. So you know how sometimes when we're on our adventures, I'm usually never able to bring the tornado along? Yeah. Yeah, for that reason, I had an idea on what it is that we could do to solve this. So I could solve this. Not we. You're not in this at all, Sonic. I see. So... Sonic, you alright? Yeah, I'm good, Tails. No need to worry. I sound like Dawn. Alright. So my idea was to hook up some kind of remote functionality to Tornado. Not the Tornado, to Tornado. My English is something I'm still working on. So that way, even if the plane's far off, whoops, I didn't mess that one up. With just a push of a button, it could be brought straight to us. Sounds neat. In summary, if we're like lost at sea or stuck in a canyon, some sort of weird matrix or illusion of sorts, the tornado could just come to us when we go cruising away. I don't know about how these weird matrix illusions, but cool, I guess. Yeah, I suppose that's Sonic, huh? There's something you're not telling me, isn't there? Well, what are you talking about, buddy? I'm fine. You're not your usual cheery, cocky stuff you always are. And now, here's another thing that actually has an interesting reason behind its inclusion. So, I haven't really gone around to making the video on it yet, but there's a certain series in which a certain character, it's an animated thing, in which there's a certain character who said this quote. Somebody watching this might know who said this, but the thing that inspired me to put this in as a secret line that can come up has to do with the quote that that character said. Just so you would know about that. I haven't been, huh? And by the way, the parentheses were supposed to entail that that's what Sonic is thinking. He didn't actually say anything about that. Yeah, you've been that way the last few months. Sonic, is there something going on? Please, be honest. I'll understand. You know, it wasn't right of me to hide from you like this, especially for so long. But I'll tell you. Okay, let's hear it. I have depression. No way. You have what? Why? What's going on? It's a lot of stuff, but I don't know if I should tell you specifically. But aren't your best friend? I don't want to tell you, okay? I suppose. But who? Wait a minute, I'm getting an idea. No, you're not. Yeah, I'm not yet. How about Knuckles? Knuckles? Well, I feel like you'd be better handling something like this than I would. Not sure. Just a feeling I get. Are you sure you'll know what to say? Yeah, I know he's still in the head, but he's not that ignorant. I feel like you know what to say about how you're feeling. Huh, I suppose it's worth a shot. Alright, let's go to the field over here so I can summon the tornado in from there. Alright, and so, this is kind of the level transition going to Angel Island. These two go out to the field, and Tails says something interesting. Hey Sonic, I thought something you'd be able to do since you're down. Huh? What would that be? Maybe you could take up a new hobby like, I don't know, ring collecting? Ring collecting, huh? Sounds tedious. Well, it was just an idea. Anyway, with just a click of a few buttons, I should have it down here in no time. Oh, there you are, Sonic! And
Hello.
Amy just snoops in. Amy, how did you find me and Tails out here? I didn't tell you we were meeting here. I always know where you are, Sonic. Well, okay then. Anyway, what's up? Where were you guys headed? Nowhere you need to know. So you really don't want to tell me? Oh, well, we were just going to Angel Island to talk with Knuckles. Oh, what for? We were just going to talk with him on some stuff. Yeah, just stuff. Every time we say stuff, we obviously mean,
Nothing big.
but yeah, you know. I see, so you guys don't want to tell me. Can I come along? Even though you literally don't want to tell me that, I still want to go with you guys? Is bringing Amy along a good idea? I'm not sure. I don't think telling her about how was a good idea. Yeah, but I don't feel we should exclude her just because of that. We want to be inclusive, we're not sexist. What does that have to do with... What does Amy being a girl have to do with this, Tails? We don't want her to come because we don't want her to know about, Maybe just don't tell her, at least for the time being. I suppose. Yeah, you can come along, Amy. Sweet, I hope it's not a big bother, you guys. Nah, it shouldn't be. Alright, here we go. Forgot the period, but here we go. So yeah, the tornado slowly drifts down to where all of them are. There doesn't seem to be much room on there. Where do I sit? Well, since this plane was made for one person, hold on tight. Do you mean... Yeah, I do. You didn't even finish your sentence. But yeah, I just assumed I knew what you were going to say before you even finished. Okay, I guess. Yeah, what was I going to say? I have no idea. Sitting in the back of the plane like this, it's kind of scary, not gonna lie. You think so? I gotta disagree with that one, Amy. You what? Staying on a plane like that isn't scary to you either? No, not really. How could that be? I think it's mainly because me and Sonic do pretty much all the— Hey, I was talking, Sonic! Yeah, we do this a lot. Yeah, Tails, we do this a lot. I don't care what you have to say. I need to talk right now. So, let me do that, alright?
Fine, I guess.
Hey, I see the island ahead now, guys. Going to land. Alright. But no, Tails, you're going to an island. But yeah, so we get to the second stage, Angel Island. And to be honest, the level design in this level is, I would say, pretty basic to be honest. There is this one path going over here, but this is pretty much the only separate path in this level, is what I'll say. And we missed the checkpoint that I placed specifically so you won't have to redo the whole level. Yep. You go right here and you get a nice one-up. Then you continue on. So at this point, you bounce up, you bounce up, you bounce up, and you bounce sideways. Or not.
Eventually.
And with that, Angel Island is finished. It really isn't a long level, is what I can say about it. And then, they make it to a giant warp ring and go through. Knuckles should be around here somewhere. Let's go find him. And he is right here. What do you know? Oh, there he is. I'll get his attention. Hey, Knuckles! Huh? Oh, hey, Tails and Sonic and Amy? She kinda snuck along. I see. Anyway, what brings you guys here? Oh, Sonic wanted to talk with you about something. Oh, what may that be? Like Air? Wait, how do I know who Air is? I could tell you just in the next room, just the two of us. Huh, alright then. Walking around at the speed of Hidden Room. Yes, we are. Alright, so Tails and Amy aren't around to bother you.
You annoying fools.
You can tell me what this is about. And so, the two talk for a while. Okay, so, well, is it tough to say? Maybe, or it's more so I'm not sure how to lay out to you what's going on. I see. Okay, so I have depression. Wait, whoa, what? You have that? Have you told the others already? Yeah, I told Tails about it, though not Amy yet, because she doesn't need to know. Sonic, you're not sexist, are— No, I'm not. I just didn't tell her because I don't think she's ready to know. Huh, why didn't you guys talk about this wonder? I know you guys are really good friends. Tails wasn't sure what to say. I see. What is it that's keeping you down anyhow? Well, I suppose I can tell you. Go ahead. Well, I feel I'm kind of lacking motivation, self-esteem, and, and hope. Why would you say that is? I feel like my series, or should I say, yeah, I don't want to be exclusive. It's your series too, even though I'm literally named after it, you know? It's looked down upon in a massively negative light. Huh. Ever since we had that release, 1 year, it feels like this started. You mean 2006, right? It's not like we don't talk about that game all the time. Yeah, I do. And after other infamous failures happens, like that one design where all of our one game where all of our designs got swapped. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. I mixed everything up. And that time we were resisting some kind of world ruled by Eggman. It feels like things have only gotten worse. People give us such a hard time. We're constantly attacked and sometimes it feels like we're just being picked on. Like they're a bunch of... What do you mean? Basically, it feels like some people that bad thing we do don't even actually know us, but do it because everybody else does. Like, look, a bandwagon? Basically. Wow, I'm a roaster, aren't I? And it sucks, because I know for a fact that things were not always like this. Whoa! Wow! 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 Wow, that's funny, that's funny. I got jump scared, but my own secret I put it. Oh my god! I got jump scared with my own secret. Okay, so yeah. So basically from time to time, secret messages will come up in that vein, and we'll explain what they mean later. Remember when our series was first born? Kind of. I did show up a bit late. I did show up for 3, maybe 4 games or something, but yeah, I remember. There was a reason our series was made, someone they want us to be an equal to. Huh. To give you a hint, buddy, he's the same color as you. Mario? Yeah, him. That guy. And yeah, back in those days, he really did view us as equal. We were probably the only ones who can even stand up to his company's success at all. Nowadays, though, things aren't like that at all. You know what everyone says now? What is it that they say? He's better than you'll ever be. You can't even compare to him. You'll never be as cool as him. Just give it up already. Your series is a sinking ship anyway. Like, it doesn't matter how good anything does. It doesn't matter if people love it. It doesn't matter if we return a style people once loved. It doesn't matter if we star in a multi-million-dollar blockbuster. Though, as of now, we're going to be starring in a second one. In all honesty, that this game was made before that second movie came out. So, I couldn't have known I was going to be out. People will still say that stuff. Probably forever. It's awful. I just thought of something. Sonic, Huh? There's something I could say, but should I really say it? I don't know. It could make things worse. So yeah, kind of like in some other games, every so often, you have choices you have to make in this game of what to have the characters say to Sonic in different situations. And these choices are a big deal because based on what you say in them, it has an influence on the ending that you end up getting. So you really gotta think about what you're wanting to say. This time around, we're just gonna say yes. I should just say it. Something is better than nothing. Hey Sonic, just a thought. If I recall back to when the Dreamcast was made, yeah. Sega didn't have anywhere to go given their situation, had to go third party. Yeah, they did. Why are my dots floating? You know who it was that took us under their wing? Nintendo? Yeah, they did. I feel for one what that shows as well. They considered your games worth being on their console, which says a lot. And not only that, remember when they did that whole collaboration with Sega and how it's going to the Olympics with Mario and his buddies? Now my dots are floating. They did do that, huh? You know, you're right. That is something, isn't it? Yeah, now let's go cheer up a bit more and perhaps get your mind off of things. What do you want to do? I don't know. Maybe go to Carnival Night Zone? There's a lot of things to do there. And it's pretty bright and colorful, I think's the word. How about it? Sure thing, we can do that, so yeah. In terms of what my reason was for adding Carnival Night Zone into this game, I figured it fit into the whole Sonic is depressed, he's in a down mood, so he's kind of trying to escape in a way kind of thing. You'll actually see a bit more why I picked Carnival Night and why I felt it worked so well with things. Hey, so we're finished talking. So, were you guys able to work things out? I suppose you could say that. Now we're off to Carnival Night Zone. Oh, we're going to that place I've been told about sometimes? Why? Just thought it'd be fun to do. Yeah, I'm totally lying through my teeth, by the way. Why'd you say, Sonic? Nothing. Alright. We should be able to ask the Master Emerald to take us there, so I'll do that. Oh, mighty Master Emerald, pretty please teleport us to the Carnival Night Zone. We want to go so bad. Thank you. But yeah, the reason I decided to put in Carnival Night Zone, I'll actually say in the level actually why I did. Well, here we are. Sure does bring back some memories. Like when Eggman duped you for the very first time? Yeah. Now that we're here, what's the plan? I suppose we can all split up for about an hour or so, and then plan to meet back up here and then? Sure. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Should be enough time, I suppose. Whoa, what's that?
Bye, have a great time.
I don't see what Sonic called out just now. Hey, he's gone! Wonder why he lost us like that. Whatever it is, I'm gonna find out. So, Amy, unlike in the original version, goes after Sonic to try to figure out, like, why'd he run away like that? Hey, Sonic, wait up, I wanted to talk to you. Oh, hey, Amy, what's up? I wanted to ask why you ran away from us like that. Oh, I just needed some alone time. Oh, are you feeling okay? Yeah, just a bit down is all. Like, when people hate me. Wait a minute. Wait, I didn't just say that, did I? Sonic! That's crazy! So, in this case, you have another choice to say either I care about you, or not everyone hates you. The good choice to pick is that not everyone hates you. The reason that this is a good choice to pick is because the reason I decided to do it like this is because I figured because one would already know that Amy cares about Sonic. Yeah, Sonic would already know that. Amy wouldn't be saying a lot by saying that she cares about him, while in the case of saying not everyone hates you, it's saying something bigger than that because the point she's making is not everybody thinks of you like that, not I care about you, which Sonic knew already. If you were curious as to why that was what had happened with that, that was kind of why I had made that decision when kind of putting the choices in like that. But we're going to say in this case, I care about you. I care about you a lot? Well, of course you do, Amy. You should have for the fact that you chased me everywhere. And as you just saw, Sonic just had another dark thought enter his mind. That's kind of what happened there. Oh, I guess I should have said something less obvious. Anyway, I appreciate your concern, Amy, but I gotta go. See ya. Goodbye, Sonic. And then, that gets started with Carnival Night. As you can see in the background, immediately upon starting this level, you'll notice several things are different. For one, Sonic in-game isn't neutral anymore. His depression, his mood has kind of shifted into the gameplay in of itself now. This is completely intentional because it's supposed to show Sonic's mood is slowly getting worse, basically. And then you'll even notice that when you start the level, things are just a straight line. Something worth noting regarding Tragic Legacy's development is that the level design becoming less defined and becoming more of just like a straight line without actual gameplay. I didn't do it to cut corners. It was actually completely deliberate because what it was supposed to reflect more so is it was supposed to be kind of an unnerving thing to the player, kind of, basically, was why I did it. It's supposed to be kind of like the fact that there's not as much actual gameplay is kind of off. Like, why is there less gameplay than normal? Was basically kind of the reason I went for it. Now, if it actually made sense to do in retrospect is another question entirely, but that is what I was trying to go for. For curious players who look over here, they'll find this, assuming we can get to it. You'll notice in the background there's a different song than normal playing. Once again, yeah, this is one of the 2 songs I can play. There's another one I can play, but in this context, it's not really playing. But yeah, I don't seem to be able to get to that secret. So, to explain what the secret is that you see over there, what you see is, in lime green text, you see text saying soon, and then you see Sonic, Tails, Amy, Knuckles, and some Mobian character, an original character, all standing next to one another. Perhaps that's teasing a future game? Who can say? That's all I'll say on that. So then when you get to this point, in a way, basically, it's kind of like the electric balloon gameplay. You're kind of challenged on it a bit more. That's basically what I was trying to make the central gimmick of this level, were the electric balloons. Oh, and you're supposed to spin dash right there, but I didn't do that. And basically, when designing that pinball area, the way we wanted to design it was kind of like to make it kind of a maze of sorts. But then, look at this. We get to the end of the level. But yeah, the reason I picked Carnival Night was because Carnival Night, when you think about the visuals of it, it perfectly fits what's going on with Sonic. He's trying to distract himself from his depression and keep himself happy, which is betrayed by all the flashy visuals, but the dark night sky reflects how he's truly feeling despite what he's trying to do. Anyway, he comes in and says, "This isn't helping," and then someone says, "Hey, you there." And, for a dramatic camera pan up, we find out, this is Shadow. "Long time no see, Sonic." He jumps down and greets him. "Oh, hey there, Shadow. So, what brings you out here, all alone like this?" "Actually, I came here with my friends." "You did? Well, where are they?" "They're doing their own things and stuff." "Okay. Now, I'm gonna ask you this right up in front." "Huh? What?" "What's going on?" "What? What do you mean?" "I can tell, just from the way you're speaking to me, Sonic. Something is not right. So, would you be willing to share that?" And that was another outbreak from Sonic, which you can slow down. I'll slow it down a bit so you can pause and see what he said, if you're curious. "Sure, I guess. To put it simply, and my friends for the most part pretty much know this already, but I'm depressed." Yeah, so basically the exclamation point that Shadow has is more so because, at least at the time of writing it, I was pretty sure there was a time where Shadow had actually canonically felt some degree of depression. However, thinking about it more, I'm pretty sure that was only in like one ending of Shadow the Hedgehog that this happened, not necessarily canonically. So maybe that was a bit of a misstep. "So you are. Why may that be?" "Well, I did talk about with Knuckles already, but basically, it feels like nowadays so many people have something to give me a hard time about, no matter what, Sonic." And then here we see the player is given 3 choices as opposed to 2. Because admittedly, something I was trying to do with the choices is make it where it gets more and more difficult as you go along. So basically, there's this mechanic I put in the game. This is a good time to talk about it, called the Hope mechanic. Basically, what this mechanic does is that it's a hidden mechanic in the game. Basically, it's this hidden numerical value that, based on the choices that you make in each character, and sometimes when certain story elements happen, it goes up or down a certain degree based on that. It starts at -3 at the start of the game, as you gotta remember, Sonic is depressed. That is exactly why it would be down like that. Certain choices increase it by a bit, some increase it by a lot, others decrease it, and some decrease it by a lot, while some just don't affect it. When it came to the Knuckles choice, one choice didn't affect it, while the other one increased it. So in other words, there was no penalty really for messing up. While in the case of the Amy choice, there was only 2 choices to pick. One was good and one was bad, so you basically have a 50-50 shot of either getting penalized or not. In the case of the Shadow choice, though, one choice will decrease Sonic's hope, one won't affect it, while one of them will increase it. So therefore, it's harder to pick the right choice, because there's more to choose from. But what it also does is kind of challenge you a bit more, as there's a higher chance that you're going to pick the wrong thing. In this case, though, we're going to pick the one that's the correct choice. Forget about them, ignore them, and don't listen to them. There's a saying. It goes, haters are going to hate. I'm sure you've heard it on internet message board sites.
Have you not, Sonic?
You used to be popular and loved too, you say? Well, I was similar at one point. And the reason I kind of wrote this is, something I noticed about Shadow, like regarding his popularity in the Sonic fandom, is that it was at its peak in Adventure 2 when he debuted. It went down a bit, at least from what I heard. I could be wrong about this. In Sonic Heroes, and it tanked by the time Shadow the Hedgehog came around. At least that's what I heard about it. I could be wrong about this. Maybe he was a bit more popular than that. Nowadays, though, I'm just kind of known for Edge. And the reason I kind of wrote this is, honestly, when I kind of look at how Shadow was portrayed, and yeah, in the Sonic stuff nowadays, something I notice is, it feels like he's always portrayed as being a super edgy character, rather than being portrayed as, you know, the character he was back in Sonic Adventure 2 and Heroes to a degree. It was honestly Shadow the Hedgehog, I feel like, that kind of flanderized his character. Flanderized meaning when one specific trait about a character completely overtakes the character and everything the character is about. To where, literally, that one character trait is that character's character. That's what I basically feel had happened to Shadow and why I had ran it like this. I mean, you do kind of have that to you a lot. Yeah, and Sonic even says it because he feels like, yeah, that is exactly what's happening. Proving my point right there. But to the point, the bottom line is there will always be those who don't like you, who don't like us, and want nothing to do with us. Because yeah, the truth is, it doesn't matter what kind of art, or like what you do as a person, or what decisions you make, or what opinions you have on things, you're always going to have somebody who either doesn't agree with you, or doesn't like you because of those decisions you make, and you have to be willing to accept that. Because, yeah, in life, you're just going to run into that a bunch, that not everybody is going to agree with you, not everybody is going to accept everything you'd want them to accept exactly, and that there's going to be things that, yeah, you're going to run into disagreements, basically, is the bottom line. You're never going to get everybody to view things exactly how you view things. We just gotta ignore people like that. Once you do that, things become a lot easier. Huh, that's something I hadn't really thought about. Thanks, Shadow. No problem. What are you gonna do now? Thinking that I'm just gonna kill the rest of the time I got here before I meet with the others. Alright then, sayonara, Sonic. That's something I haven't heard you say in a while. See you another time, though. By the way, if you're wondering where Shadow said that, to my memory, he said that it was either like at the end of Shadow the Hedgehog, or it was during Sonic Adventure 2. But I know I definitely heard him say that phrase one time, is why I had him say it. But then, this happened.
Oh, what the f***?
Yep, this wasn't in the original. What the? Shadow!
Surprise, mother.
Yeah. Mecha Sonic tries to shred him up. It's Mecha Sonic! Haven't seen that robot for a bit. Guess I'll have to smash him one more time. Smash him to pieces. So yeah, to explain why Metal Sonic is a boss that you face in this game, yeah, the reason for why this was so is basically because, and I'm going to be honest, the main reason I decided to include him was because he was honestly the only default boss in the game, and as of me recording this, I was bad at programming, so I didn't want to program my own boss. However, the fact that this was the case, that I kind of had to make do with him because he was the default boss, ended up working out because of what? Oh, and I died. Whoops. But yeah, the fact that I ended up having to make him the boss actually worked out really well because of what one of the central themes of this game are. Like, central messages of this game are. Yeah, it ended up working out anyway because of that. If you're curious of what that is, well, we're not going to talk about this dev commentary, but I'll display on the screen when I'll talk about it. Basically, the theme of what this game is kind of supposed to be. One of the themes anyway, because it has multiple. Hey buddy, you okay? Of course I am. The pile of scrap just ambushed me. Alright, good to hear. Now we've taken care of him. What's your plan? Probably going to kill the rest of the time I have and then go meet up with the others. Okay, I'll find you guys if I think of something important. Alright, this ain't for real. See you another time, Shadow. And the two go their separate ways. 30 minutes later. So, how was it, you guys? Did you find this fun? I suppose I'd say that. It was pretty cool. I popped like 20 balloons while we were here. What do you have to say, Sonic? What do you say has cheered you up? Sonic is just quiet because, truth is, his mental health is getting worse because he's thinking still. Sonic? Huh? Cheered you up? Is my song having trouble with something? And this is where things start to pick up more because Amy is starting to catch on. Well, Sonic is still quiet. To be honest, it was okay. Yeah. Do you have any specifics you want to talk about? Well, not really, no. Are you sure? I guess I met up with Shadow while I was here. Huh, that's interesting to hear he was hanging out here. Anything else? No. Sonic, how's your mental health? Are you sure you're okay? I'm out of the loop. What's going on? Yeah, because you need to remember, as we saw earlier in the story, Amy still doesn't know what's happening. Amy, you don't worry about it. And, well, I'm fine. Just fine, guys. Completely fine. When I say that, when anybody says that, that always means the opposite. Sonic, you don't sound fine. I second Tails on this. Well, you guys really don't need to worry about how I'm feeling. It's just a phase. I'll be over in no time. In no time. And then I'll be back to my normal, the way I normally always am. Yeah, my cheery, cocky self, as you said, Tails, because remember, Tails kind of said that early on in the game regarding that. The way I always, always, and yeah, by Sonic saying always, the reason this kind of happens is that kind of triggered something in him. Like a thought. Basically, when he started saying the word always, it kind of triggers something in his mind, like a thought he had. And then he goes quiet because he starts to really think about it. Sonic, is there something you want to tell us? You want to tell us? Ugh. Sonic? Ugh! And yeah, as you see, Sonic turns dark because you never end! It's never going to end! So Sonic, what's never going to end? And then you can't tell about Sonic, wait, stop! Yeah, he starts really considering more extreme actions is what's starting to happen. And by the way, this always happens regardless of what choices you made earlier in the text, is what I'll mention. And what happens is, Sonic's hope drops by 3 regardless of what it's at the moment. The reason I decided to have this happen is, basically, for what happens later on, we're not going to say just yet, it became necessary that Sonic always had to be at some kind of negative hope for it happening to make any sense. You'll see what it is, though. I need a moment myself, okay? So he leaves. Sonic, wait! If we can figure out what's going on! What's going on with Sonic? I've never seen him do anything like that before! And the way it was, his fur was like dark blue? What was with that? I think it's time you knew. Basically, Sonic has depression. He does? Why? Didn't he tell me? Why didn't you guys? I guess he didn't think you were ready. And I don't think we were either, but now there's no point in hiding it. Why? Why is he depressed? It's a lot of things to summarize. I believe he feels to become a laughingstock to everyone. I hadn't known because, yeah, remember, Sonic never told Tails about how he was feeling. He only told Knuckles about it. All he told Tails was, I'm the press and nothing more than that. Everyone, so them? Them, of course, being, yes, them. Yeah, them, of course, being, well, us, to be honest. How about his fur? Why was it dark? I can't say I know that much. And we will go over that one day, why that's the case. Just not this commentary. Hopefully that doesn't come out again. I'm going to check on how Sonic is doing. Huh? But didn't he say to... I don't care what he said! I'm his best friend, I'm gonna let him shun survive him like it's like this. Oh, whoops. Especially when he needs our help more than ever. I understand. Me too. You can talk with him alone if you feel the need to. I feel we do. You guys can wait here. And so, Tails goes to talk to Sonic alone. Hey, so Sonic, you never brought it up to me in detail, but why are you depressed? I heard a bit about why from Knuckles, but not from you yourself. And so, Sonic decides to talk. I gave Knuckles some details as to why, but I'll try to tell you as much as I can. To rephrase, I'm lacking self-esteem, motivation, and, well, hope to really continue. And I feel, given our series' long history, with its bad releases, poor decisions, and the like, we've become laughed at, frowned upon, everyone just wants to make fun of us, comparing us to others like Mario, etc. I see. Is there more to it than that you want to disclose now? You know, I think I can. It feels like all this abuse from others isn't just because we've had failure in the past, but just us being us. So, I'm about to explain some hot takes right here. Wow, what do you mean? Like, I've seen other series, other companies, etc., not to name any, that have done things like... Here we go. Cut half of their content they've had for 20 years on a whim, charge $50 for things that really shouldn't cost that much. So, some of you guys might have a good idea of what company I'm referring to. I would like you guys to give it some thought, and I think it will click really, really fast what company I'm talking about. To give you a hint, I'm playing one of their games right now. That should really help you to narrow down who I'm talking about. That's all I'll say. It is clearly shown in countless ways they don't even care about their fans or their own series. Yep. They don't even need to try anymore, and they get away with it. Yep. You might get an idea of what game I'm talking about. Look how many copies that game sold, and you'll see why I said this. Have you figured out what I'm driving at, or I guess you could say running at? I tried to make a silly joke. If we did this, yes, we'd probably be out of business and out of a series. You already see how bad our game's flopping has impacted us. This is the point where even the people responsible for directing our series is meant to go and don't seem to care anymore. Because for those of you who don't know, there was actually a point where, I don't know if Sega still has this attitude now, but there was a point where Sega actually had this kind of look how bad we are attitude apparently when it came to how they're handling Sonic. I heard this from another guy who, I think I'll link his channel on screen right now, but yeah, apparently, from what he had been studying, he felt like that's how even Sega themselves were handling things. Now, I don't know if they were doing this now, or if they were doing it at all, but it's what I had heard, and I had felt at the time I had ran this, it made a lot of sense that that would be the case. But how about our fans? And yeah, so now Sonic's going to say something kind of interesting. Don't even get me started on those guys. So basically what's happening here is, you'll see. It's a Sonic. They just create an even worse look for us. People judge us on what we do, and even when it comes to them, it just feels like they're waiting for every moment to pounce or for me to mess up. Because, I'm going to be honest, not to call out any of you, I'm not calling out anybody specifically, but I've seen certain fans sometimes who, I'm going to be honest, you guys are kind of toxic. Again, I'm not going to call you out directly because I don't do that here, but some of you guys, there's some things I've seen you guys say. Yeah. Sonic, that's, even when we do manage to have something they like every so often, people still refuse to care. I just face the fact, Tails. People hate me. So basically, Sonic, he starts having this idea that nobody likes him. Even though that just isn't true. Because, come on, he has a bunch of fans. He has a bunch of fans that clearly care about what he does. So really, that wasn't even true at all. They hate my series, they'll never accept me, they'll always want to be there to kick me around. Yeah. Hey Sonic, I feel... And so, you have another choice that you have to make here. Unlike all the previous choices, where there was room for error basically, because of the fact that you're this late on with the choices, things are really difficult. There's only one good choice here that will increase Sonic's hope, and if you pick either of the wrong ones, it'll decrease Sonic's hope to some degree. So therefore, the stakes of this choice are higher than any of the others, and because of the fact there's two wrong ways and only one right way, that's what's so difficult about this. The wrong choices, of course, are things could be worse. It'll slightly decrease Sonic's hope. They don't hate you as much as me, which is the worst one you can pick, because basically what Tails would be saying is, oh, you think you're hated, I'm hated even more than you are, which is probably one of the worst things he could say in that case. And then, we should appreciate the people that do care, which this is the right one to say. So, what we're going to say is, things could be worse for now. Things could be worse? At least our series isn't dead. At least it's not like that Vampire Hunter series. Yeah, you guys should know what I'm talking about. That series has not had new releases in ages, as far as I know. Is kind of why I brought this up. From what I've seen, and at least it's not in the situation that orange t-shirt wearing cat guy's in either, you guys almost certainly know what this one's about too. Isn't that something? Tails. To be honest with you, it may as well be in that state with how bad things are. At least at the time that this was made. Oh, that wasn't the right thing to say, was it? Anyway, I appreciate the care and concern, Tails, but I really need some time myself. Okay, alright? Before you leave, if you were going to run, perhaps I could suggest Green Hill Zone? Huh, Green Hill Zone. Isn't it really far away right now? Not if you use a Chaos Emerald. Chaos Emerald, but we don't. Actually, I do. It was in my plane. You can use it if you want. No, I think I will use it now. Thanks for the suggestion. See you later. And so Sonic goes to Green Hill Zone. So, several things. The reason Sonic goes to Green Hill Zone, for one thing, is this is where the entire series first started, for one thing, but also... So for that reason, I felt like it would make sense for Sonic to go back there. But another thing too is this. So here we are, Green Hill Zone. It actually hasn't been too long, huh? This is in reference to the fact that Sonic has been to Green Hill Zone a bunch of times. Another thing too is, this is supposed to, if this line sounds familiar, it's because it should. You heard a line like this at the beginning of the game, when Sonic said, Splash Hill, it's been a while, huh? Tails suggests I should go for a run here. Something about helping me to feel better. Again, it should sound like the beginning of the game, where Sonic says really similar. May as well, I suppose. It's not like there's many other things I can think of doing. And yeah, here we go. There's a 50-50 shot of this line appearing, but then Sonic says this. Huh, I feel a weird sense of deja vu saying this. Like I said something similar earlier, yeah. Kind of like how I wonder how many times I'll end up in the same place, or places like it, because, yeah, really, when you think about it, Green Hill has shown up so many times in Sonic games, in all honesty. Sonic 2, we had a different version of Emerald Hill, Sonic Forces had appeared, Sonic Generations had appeared, Sonic Mania had appeared, and then even in like the Game Gear Sonic games, we've had different iterations of it time and time again. So that's kind of why I wrote this here as a secret that can happen. Because it's kinda true, to be honest. And as we can see, if you look closely in the background, you'll notice something peculiar about the totems. Yeah, that's completely on purpose. Because of the fact that Sonic's in a depressed mood, that's the case. And then you'll even notice this about Green Hills, like, yeah, the way it's composized is that, for one thing, if you listen to music in the background, give it a listen. Yeah, it's supposed to sound sad, because of what Sonic's mood is at the moment. And even the time of day is supposed to reflect this too. It's supposed to be super, super early dawn, basically. Which is why there's kind of a darkish blue sky in the background. And now, there's a secret in this level that you're able to find, but that's for another time. For now, you just go to the end. And then, this happens. As Sonic is trying to run off how he's feeling, the thoughts are getting to him. So that's why you see all these dark letters, words, or sentences, and the like flashing on the screen. And then as he keeps going, he starts running faster and faster because he's trying to forget it and not think about what he's hearing, basically. But it's not working. And suddenly, his mind changes. You know what? They all hate me so much. They'll go on so much about how bad my series is now, about how it's never good, about my series is a ripoff, how it's a lost cause, and they say everybody hates me? Maybe nobody ever liked me to begin with. Yeah, he starts getting really, really negative thoughts, because, to be honest, when people get depressed, sometimes, and I experienced this myself with somebody, I'm not going to say who it was, but one time I had personal experience with one person I knew. The person, crazy enough, was actually a YouTuber. I'm not going to say who it was. Basically, one time, on stream, the YouTuber had a mental breakdown and was saying a bunch of things about, like, how nobody likes them. I'm going to say that because I don't want to say who the person was. And basically, even when, like, people supporting, myself included, I was there, were telling that's not true, the person just kept saying, like, nobody cares about him, basically. But anyway, if nobody will miss me, things are never going to change, and I'm just going to suffer in this endless cycle forever and ever, yeah, you'll notice this. Even Sonic's graphic has started changing now. The reason for this is, the game is supposed to be becoming more, you'll see what I say. Things are never going to change. I'm going to suffer this endless cycle forever. And I'm going to suffer in this endless cycle forever and ever. There's one life I don't want to live in. There's only one way out. One final true release from all this, and I'm going to take it. Nobody ever cared about me anyway. I doubt they'll mind. This should be peculiar. Sonic just looks at the screen for a while, and then just leaves. But this is the say, and then the thing is just blue, and not changing. This is because the game is becoming more self-aware. Like it wasn't already self-aware enough, it's becoming even more so as we get farther in. Something to remember is, at the beginning of the game, the characters were all just talking amongst themselves, but then Sonic started to talk to Knuckles a bit about specific things. And so, it was becoming more aware, but then as you got farther and farther in, you got deeper and deeper and deeper into what it was, to where it's now becoming the point where even the graphics themselves are changing because of what Sonic is saying. And usually the graphics is supposed to be just one default sprite that doesn't change generally. But as you're getting closer to the end, it's changing more. Hey, why is my shield gone? Your shield is gone because you're not supposed to have it for what's coming next. And then when you get to the top, you just see a flower bed, entailing that you've reached the top of the mountain, where all the trees have also been cut down. Peculiar, is it not? And then when you get to the end, there's just no music. And then this happens. Huh? What do you want? Yep. He starts talking directly to us. To you, the player. Yes, I'm addressing you, the one at the keyboard. You seem to be concerned about what I'm doing, or so you say. Well, I think you should read the room and be honest. It's pretty clear what I'm about to do. Pretty sure most of you have a pretty good guess of what it is. Huh? You want to talk to me? Fine, I guess. I'll start with asking you a question. Do you care about me? So, what this question kind of expects you to do is think about, like, if somebody's in a mentally broken state where they're not taking anything you're saying seriously, should you just straight up tell them that you care about them? Like, is that going to really do anything to help them? On the other hand, if you say the opposite, like as a joke, it might suggest otherwise. But in this case, we're going to say yes. Hahaha, of course, just lie to me. Lies make everyone feel better, right? Not obvious, that was just me being sarcastic. So I guess you don't have anything to say, huh? Well, moving on. He continues walking. You're still here? I'd be throwing away so much away, you say? What is there I'd be throwing away that shows I shouldn't give up? And you have the option to say either your legacy or your history. Now, what this expects you to do is think about what has Sonic been talking about all this time, and what's the title of the game. By thinking about that, it becomes pretty clear what you should pick. My history? So what you're arguing is, because of my long history my series has had, and my many bumps in the road like this, I shouldn't just give up, especially since I'm going 30 years strong now, at least as of this game being made. Huh, I see. But then the question you need to ask is, does anyone really care about or appreciate those games in all that time? Tell me, do you have any examples you can come up with? You do? Name it. And then you get the choice of 2 games to say. Now, the obvious selection would be Sonic Mania, but the thing is, it's an obvious pick. That's why it should lead to the player, or at least possibly lead the player second-guessing himself of like, should I say the obvious answer or the less obvious one? The truth is, you're supposed to say the less obvious one. Unleashed? Wasn't that game viewed as being very mediocre when it was released? Over time, people begin to realize the error of their ways of viewing the game and love it now? And you believe the same is happening this time, you say? Perhaps. And he continues on. Any other reason to say hobo you can think of? I'll be missed, you say? Well, who exactly will miss me? And this one is pretty easy to figure out when you think of, like, what he's been saying about his fans, what he's been saying about his friends, and how he feels about his friends in comparison. My friends? Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, and the others out there? Because remember, Sonic has more friends in this, they're just not in this game. But maybe, I guess, maybe they would. There's a reason he says maybe, not definitely. You'll see that in the future, though. And then this happens. Here we are. Yep, I think it's honest what Sonic's about to do. As I would say in the fashion of my Whisper of Soul series, he's about to commit seppuku. Yep. You don't want me to jump? You're persistent, Bunny. Then I'll give you one more chance. One more chance to explain why I shouldn't jump. And you have 3 options, but the last one can't be accessed. Why can't it be accessed? Well, there was something you needed to do to unlock it. Here's what happens if you try to click on it, despite the fact that you can't access it. What did you say? Nah, whatever it is, it probably doesn't matter. I feel we've talked long enough. That being said, goodbye, cruel world. But, because of the fact that we made the choices we did, Sonic hesitates to jump. Is this really the answer? Could they be right? Should I really do this? How about my friends? How about waiting for things to work out? How about Sonic? To Tails? I know what you said. We all know what you said. But when you ran away like you did, I got really worried about you. I was trying to contact you, but you wouldn't answer me, which suggested you were out of range of me being able to call you. Given this, I decided to trace your footsteps, and when I saw the warp ring, I got really worried, you know, that something happened. But wow, but thank you, Tails, for showing you care. No, Sonic, please don't jump. We would miss you a lot. Yeah, and that's never the way out you should take in any situation. I know things might be hard, but please, Sonic, I couldn't bear the thought of living in a world without you. Okay. I may not see the reason to press on myself, but there's reason to press on for you guys. I suppose that's reason enough. And as a result, we end up with the neutral ending. Thank you for giving me reason to press on. Genui. But yeah, right at the end of the game, he calls you by your name. Because he is that aware of the fourth wall. And the dimension outside of the game in which this game happens. With that being said though, Mosaic Arts is leaving the building. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And to share this video with a friend. And to hit that bell to stay notified whenever I upload new videos. And until next time, spectators, see you next show. Thank you for 100 subs.